IWER.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, COVID outbreak at the police service barracks. Agriculture Ministry ramps up prevention and spread measures as rabies outbreak in Barrackpore. Preparations for SCA proceeding smoothly, and internationally, COVID is still here and still deadly, warns the World Health Organization on the second anniversary of lockdown. And now the news in detail. More than 40 trainees at the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service's St. James Barracks have reportedly tested positive for COVID-19. There is an assurance that measures are currently in place to mitigate the spread of the virus. An investigation is being carried out to determine how the outbreak occurred. Meanwhile, the Agriculture Ministry says several measures have been implemented to prevent the spread of rabies in Barrackpore. Farmers from Barrackpore have been counting their losses over the last 3 weeks as their animals have been under attack. They say so far at least 24 animals, mostly cattle from 18 different farms, were attacked and infected by the bats and died. Agriculture Minister Kazim Hossain assured that all will be done by his ministry to prevent further spread of the disease throughout the country. Preparations for this year's SCA exam on March 31st are proceeding smoothly. This, according to Education Minister Dr. Nayan Gasbidoli, who gave an assurance on Monday when questioned about reports that the ministry was having trouble securing supervisors to oversee next Thursday's exam. Approximately 19,206 students are registered to write this year's SCA. The 3.5-hour long exam will begin at the usual time of 8:30 a.m. and will see students being tested in the areas of writing, mathematics, and English language arts. Meanwhile, Gasbidoli confirmed that schools will close on April 1st and reopen on April 19th. Internationally, Dr. David Nabarro of the World Health Organization says still an awful lot of people are getting sick and dying from the coronavirus. Speaking on the second anniversary of the first lockdown, Dr. Nabarro appealed for people to remember it is still nasty and that without mass testing, it is still difficult to monitor where the virus is. He appealed to governments worldwide to try and maintain easy access to testing. Dr. Nabarro stated that we are still in the middle of quite an unpleasant pandemic, although other things have dominated the news recently. He said that the virus is continuing to move and there are still an awful lot of people getting sick and dying each week, and we cannot be complacent. Meanwhile, China's Shanghai Disneyland has closed temporarily after the country saw a rise in COVID cases. The amusement park posted on their website Monday stating, due to the current pandemic situation, Shanghai Disney Resort, including Shanghai Disneyland, Disney Town, and Wishing Star Park, will be temporarily closed from March 21st. The company said it will continue to monitor the pandemic situation and consult local authorities and will notify guests as soon as they have a confirmed date to resume operations. Chinese officials reported 1,807 new symptomatic COVID cases on March 13th, and 2 people died from the virus over the weekend, the first in over a year. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube, recapping the headlines. COVID outbreak at the police service barracks. Agriculture Ministry ramps up prevention and spread measures as rabies outbreak in Barrackpore. Preparations for SCA proceeding smoothly, and internationally, COVID is still here and still deadly, warns the World Health Organization on the second anniversary of lockdown. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Miss Aisha Wells, the Queen of Talk, she's up next.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com. Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919fm.com.
Remember the days of toads in water, anytime that you have to pay. But when people pass and they see you, oh my Lord, used to feel that shame. Wondering if this lasts forever, wondering when you will feel proud. If it's one thing Daddy didn't tell me, there is sunrise after each cloud. I say, even though